Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. And I want you to remember that, because without it, it dies. Hi everybody, this is Life with Leonard and welcome to another episode. Now on this channel, if you are new here, I strive to motivate and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. And if that type of content interests you, can I kindly invite you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it. Now those things are good for the YouTube algorithms, and that way we would grow and we would be able to reach more people who you and I both know would be able to benefit from the contents of these videos. In my previous video, I shared with you 7 signs that you are dating a narcissist and how to free yourself. And thank you so much for all of you who showed love to that episode. I really appreciate it. And by the way, if you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend that you do. I'll leave a link to that episode in the description below. Or as you know, by now you can just click on the banner on top. It should take you there. But in this episode, I really want to take things a bit further and give you some tips and advice with regards to your new relationship. I'm going to share with you 7 tips so you don't lose yourself in your new relationship, if you understand what I'm saying. I think that it's important that you never lose yourself in a relationship, that you love your partner fiercely, of course, but always follow your unique dreams and desires, being true to yourself. New love is a very exciting thing. You meet this beautiful stranger who you want to know all about. They want to know all about you and you want to know all about them. You quickly become inseparable, and it's just so cute. The butterflies, the excitement. But the process can also be kind of stressful, especially if you have a problem fully relaxing and being yourself in a new relationship. When that's the case, it's totally normal to keep your guard up around new people, especially if you're coming out of a previously not so great relationship. And I don't want you to do this to yourself. It's simply not healthy, not only for your personal sanity, but also out of respect for the person, the new person that you love. They deserve to know you in your truest form. No white lies, no cover-ups, no guilt. Just you and your authentic self. Well, if this sounds all too familiar to you, then here are some tips that I would like to share with you for being yourself in the new relationship. First and foremost, have your personal space and time. Now, new love, as I mentioned, is exciting and wonderful, the butterflies, and you could be forgiven for always being on cloud 9. However, while you want to spend most of your time with your new boyfriend or girlfriend investing in this relationship, it will be unhealthy for you to be together all of the time, because both of you need to have personal space and time every once in a while. Make use of this time to do introspection, try new things and grow as a person. And also you might just miss your partner and long for their presence while you are away from them. Having some alone time is actually one way to keep the spark of the relationship, to keep it alive, and it speaks of confidence and being true to yourself. That is why you need to establish a strong foundation. It's always advisable that you take a break from dating and focus on becoming happier and healthier and stronger. Don't lose yourself though. To be honest, losing yourself is far more painful than losing a relationship. And those of you who have been there would know what I'm talking about. And it will take you forever to find your strength and your dignity and your truth again. When I say you should establish a strong foundation while you are single, I am generally referring to things like self-love, self-confidence and self-respect. Growing up with strong foundations of love is imperative to creating, as I mentioned, a strong, prosperous and fulfilled life. If the foundation is weak, it goes without saying that you will be prone to live a life filled with negativity, with fear and sadness. You will lose yourself in all of your relationships for that matter, because you won't feel worthy of love and your boundaries will be weak. However, when you love yourself, you know how you want to feel and be in your next relationship. You also set healthy boundaries. Self-love is the best love. In fact, I did a series on self-love, and I'll leave a link to the full playlist in the description below. And once again, you can just click on the banner on top. It should take you there. You might wonder, how do you start loving yourself? Well, let me help you with this. In essence, start every day by asking yourself, what do I need today? How can I be How can I be more loving with myself today? How can I be more loving and respectful of myself? Moreover, make sure that you operate from a loving, compassionate place within yourself. That is so important. Choose people and situations and things in your life that serves you and don't harm you. Honor your needs and your own feelings. And thirdly, be kind to yourself. Now I want to pause here. You should stop judging yourself. Set some powerful boundaries to protect your peace, your time, and your energy. Become your own cheerleader. That is so important. Listen to your own intuition. This will help you to change your priorities. You now come first, and everything else comes after that. Choose yourself first all the time. Make your own well-being a priority. Make yourself important in your own life. Stop pleasing others. When you are able to do this, following the path of self-love, you will start showing up differently in your own life and in your own relationships. And then be honest about what you like. Perhaps you've fallen into the trap of always trying to please others, and in doing so, losing yourself. You pretend to like, for instance, a sport that you don't know at all, or love a food that you secretly despise, all in the name of impressing that new love interest. But what you are actually doing, and this is what I want you to get, you are heading into a downward spiral. Because once you start with lies, with being pretentious, you must now suddenly maintain it, and that is not healthy. This will leave you feeling like a big imposter. Not to mention, it creates all sorts of problems for your future. Don't get me wrong, having things in common is great, but having your own opinions is perfectly normal. Now, I know I'm laboring this point here, but just be straight up. You just be straight up. Be straight up about your likes and dislikes. Just be you, and don't worry about the consequences. The right person they won't cross you off their lists for something so trivial. They will just love you despite all of your weirdness. Let me talk about those boundaries that I mentioned. You need to know and be confident on your non-negotiables in your relationships from the get-go. Things you won't tolerate, things that you don't want to compromise on, things that you don't want in your relationship. Communicate them so that your partner knows and respects your limits. Just to be fair, you should communicate this in the beginning, as early as possible of your new relationship, while it's still in its infant stages, because healthy boundaries will make you feel stronger and more empowered in your next relationship. If you don't honor your boundaries, you will feel exhausted, you will feel overwhelmed, and it will most certainly drain you. Healthy boundaries prevents you from losing yourself in love and in this relationship, and you don't want to repeat your last mistakes. Compromise is key. We all deserve privacy. Yes, it's being respectful. You may be partners, but you still need to talk about what's acceptable and what is not. That is just being open. Talk about how you can stay open to each other, but still keep each other's privacy. You are still an individual. Have your own life. Just because you are in a relationship, that doesn't mean you need to give up the things you love doing, even if you feel tempted. And I want to emphasize here, especially at the beginning when things are exciting and you want to spend as much time as possible with that person, and you would be forgiven for that. But make time for the things that you love doing. Make them your priority. because those things contribute to your happiness. They are just as important as your relationship. Keep some hobbies that you can do on your own or with people other than your partner. Things like going on solo dates, cultivating a spiritual practice, stick to your exercise routine, doing things on your own. Those things will help you stay connected to yourself and cultivate, very importantly, it will cultivate a sense of self. It will also keep your relationship fresh. It goes without saying that no relationship can fulfill all of your needs and desires, and that is why you need different things in your life apart from your relationship to keep you growing and expanding in new directions. Also, the time that you spend on your own will help you nurture the relationship with yourself and keep your independence. You owe this, you of all people owe this to yourself, because this is most probably what got you where you are right now. You lost yourself in your previous relationship. You weren't centered. You weren't grounded. You weren't really focused. You were so focused, not on yourself, you were focused to please the other person and completely and utterly and truly forgetting about yourself. In conclusion, if you want to be your truest self in your new relationship, remember the importance of communication. I've alluded to it earlier. If you want your next relationship to thrive, you need to communicate openly and freely with your partner. Talk about how you feel. Talk about what isn't working for you. Talk about what you like and dislike. I've mentioned it earlier. Even tell your new partner that you are afraid of losing yourself in the relationship again. Be open and honest and transparent. Honest and open communication will only bring you closer to each other. So don't be scared. You can only improve a relationship when you know what is not working, so talk openly about it. Honesty truly is the best policy, and communication is key. Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life, and I want you to remember that, because without it, it dies. Thank you so much, everybody, for once again joining me on today's episode. I sincerely hope that this episode was of value to you. And if it was, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to share it. And leave me a comment in the comment section below. I am particularly looking forward to your comments in the comment section below. And as you know by now, I do my utmost best to respond to all of your comments, but that way also we get to know each other. Just before I go, 2 things. Subscribing firstly is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a cent. And secondly, it is really easy. You know where I'm going. You can just click that subscriber button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And please remember to hit the all notifications, and that way you would be notified and you won't miss out whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much, everybody. I see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.